Okay, I am coming back. So, as you know, you need to learn the mailing technique if you want to write a quite complete app. Okay, I think that's fine. Let's try to get some of the best idea. Okay, and having the best idea, I think you can learn by yourself. 啊，基本的抓到了，其他的就自己去学啊，哈，应该这没什么问题。Okay, so let's try to get ready and write the first app. The first app is my application. I just demoed my application previously. Okay, so the first thing is we need to install the Android Studio either on the Mac computer or the Windows computer and create an empty activity and run the app. And we need to examine the project folder. Okay, so let's consider our project folder. Wait a moment. Okay, let's open the Android Studio. Okay, so that's for my application. The project folder is here. Okay, so typically we will change to the Android mode to check our project folder. The first folder is the manifest. Manifest having the one file Android manifest.xml. So you can open the file, double click. Here I want to, for example, I want to, here is my emulator line. I want to have more space to display the file. So we can temporarily hide the emulator by clicking the link. Okay, emulator, hide the emulator. Okay, so here is the Android manifest.xml in the manifest folder. This file is about the setting or the configuration about your app. For example, from here, you will find you design an application, and this application contains one activity. Okay, the activity is corresponding to here. Sorry. Okay, the activity is the main activity. This means your app only contains one activity, and when the user launches the app, the Android system will just load the activity. Okay, 就是载入的时候是直接去执行这个 activity 要做的事情。Okay, so major setting. For example, if your app want to access the camera or want to connect to the internet, we need to get the permission. Okay, so from here we can declare some access permission right here. Okay, maybe we will discuss the permission in another slide. 这个我们之后再说明。这里面主要是对 APP 的一个设定。Okay, and from here Java. Under this folder about your program code. Okay, so you can open the Java and the example my application main activity. Okay, so here is your major code for your activity. Okay, the major program code. Okay, so Java is under this folder is your source program code. Besides the source program code, you will find there are two other subfolder. That's Android test and the test. These two folder is for the testing. Okay, test is for the unit test. For example, I want to test the functionality for a certain function. We do the unit test. Android test is for the UI test. Okay, we can write some test code to make sure your UI behaved correctly. 这个是做 UI 界面测试的，这是做函数一些模组测试的 the testing code. You can write the testing code under this folder. Okay, and this folder is generated. This means the AAB or APK, the machine code. Actually, that's not machine code. That's Java, something like the Java's bytecode. Okay, the generated code will be stored here. Okay, and the IES means the resource. So there are some other subfolder under the resource file. For example, something like the image resource will be under the drawable layout, and the layout means you are the UI the layout. Okay, for example, I open the UI layout. Okay, UI layout actually as you know, my application is here, right? I will display hello world just at the center position of the screen. That's because our layout. Okay, so you can see my layout. Here's my layout. Okay, the whole screen. Here is the test view. Will display the hello world. I just arrange the test view at the center position. Okay, so that's called the layout design. We need to edit this XML file under the layout subfolder. Okay, and the min map is the app icon. Okay, when you launch the app, for example, you can see here. I can close the app. Okay, so here is the app icon, app icon, app icon. Okay, so default icon is something look like this one. Okay, that's called app icon. App icon. We need to design different icon image and put them under the min map subfolder. Okay, and the value, there are some constant value. We can declare the constant value in the value folder. Okay, and something like that. Okay, the resource file. And the next one is the Gradle script. That's the file about how to build and compile your code. Okay, so for the compile setting, for example, your app may depend on other third-party library, or maybe you need to apply some supported library. You need to include the library by do the setting in the Gradle. Okay, also about the compile setting under the Gradle. 好，这个是几个档案的说明啊。好，那我们就差不多了。好，我们看这个。Let's focus on the layout design. I think when you create a new project, the first thing is design your layout and write your program code. Because my app, for this app case, this application only contain one activity. So you need to provide program code to describe what we need to do, the major thing in the main activity, the function code. So main activity is, you can see, double click. Main activity corresponding to this file. Main activity.kt. kt means the Kotlin. Okay, so this means this program code is written in Kotlin program language. And the layout is here. Activity the main. Okay, so the naming is quite matching to your the main activity. Main activity reverse is activity main. Okay, that's a default naming style in Android Studio. Okay, that's the layout design. When you design the layout, we can switch to tut mode. While in the design mode, you can check the real screen and any other widget, like the text view is called a widget. And also you can change to the code mode by click the code. Code mode is the actual content for the activity main.xml. XML, you know, it means the file format is based on the XML format. So the layout design is described using the XML, the syntax. So you can see here, we have different tags. We have the text view tag. That's one of the widget called the text view. And here, we provide some attribute setting for the text view. For example, I want to let the text view to display the hello world. So I set the hello world to the text attribute. So that's called the attribute for the text view. And here is the value the setting. Okay. And also you can see the text view is just over the constraint layout. Okay, we can change to the design mode. So you can see the hierarchical structure for our interface. Okay, maybe we can close the project and leave more space for our layout design. Okay, so this means constraint layout is the rectangle area. You can check the blue line, the rectangle just occupy the whole screen. So that's our total layout. And this layout is called the constraint layout. Actually, Android provides different layout, constraint layout, linear layout, something like that. Okay. Most of the time, we will use a constraint layout. And for simple app, we will use a linear layout. So this means the constraint layout contains the text view. And the text view is at the center position of the constraint layout. Okay, so that's called the layout design. Okay, so most of the time when we design the interface, we will work with the XML file. Okay, we can either write the code in the code mode, or we can change to the design mode to visually design our layout. Okay, 所以视觉化设计切换到 design mode。你要用程式码去撰写，就好像你写 HTML 网页一样，会切换到 code mode。Okay. Okay, let's go back to the project. Okay, as you note, we have several resources under this folder. So how do we access the resource from your program code? For example, let's open the main activity. You can see here, sometimes in our program code, we have such statement r.layout.activity main. What's the meaning? R is a resource class. Resource class is auto-generated by the compiler, and this class will try to collect all resources file under this folder and put this resource into the R class. Okay, so you just need to know the compiler will generate a special class. This class is called the R class. Based on the R class, we can retrieve the resources file using this format. R.layout mean under the layout folder, mean here under the layout folder. And the file name is activity underscore the main, just corresponding to this one. Okay, and when writing the program code, it's not necessary to include the extension name. 延伸名一般都不用写，你看 extension name .xml, we just ignore the extension name. Okay, that's one way. When we write the program code, we want to access the resource, we will use this style r.layout. certain file name, or r.drawable. IC launcher background, and so on. Okay, this means I want to access this file name under the drawable, okay, drawable folder. Okay, next, try to open this file. Oh, sorry, it's value. It's string. Okay. Here, string.xml, something like the variable declaration. I declare named value. Okay, the named variable. Sorry, I define the app name. That's our variable name, and the value is my application. Okay, so from here we can define different. We can declare different constant value. Okay, maybe I go to my slide. Actually, we have talk about here. Okay, so under the resources, we have the string.xml file, and in this file, we can define different variable with their variable name. So in what situation we will call this, or we will refer to this variable? For example, here we have one text view, and the text view will display the name. In Chinese, that's 名称. Okay, I will show name. So this means in this text view, we will retrieve the text name the value. So here I provide the Chinese name here. Okay. So this means in your UI the design, most of time we will move some constant value into this file, into this string.xml file. The purpose is for the support of multilingual interface. For example, I design an app. Maybe the user just read a Chinese word. So I design a string file contains the Chinese word. However, for the English person, they only know the English. So I need to define another string file and do the mapping. The text name is corresponding to English name. That's a name. Okay, something like that. So you just pay attention. When we design our layout, some the information that's fixed locate on a certain screen, and this fixed value, we can remove the fixed value into a separate file. This file is called the stream.xml. Okay, become the stream value. Okay, having this separate file, we can easily support the multilingual interface design. OK 所以如果你要设计多语言的界面那就尽量把那个 UI 界面会固定出现的字独立宣告在某一个档案。这个档案你又可以宣告成有英文版、中文版、法文版，这样就可以支援多语言了。OK。Okay, so that's about the stream.xml. Okay, so let's go back to the main activity. Main activity, as you know, that's about the configuration of your file, right? So let's locate this position. Label, you can see the my application, right? Actually, you can click here. Okay, that's the actual value stored in this XML file. Label, you can see the double quote. So that's a string reference. This means the labeled value will refer to the string value. What's the value? It's corresponding to the app name variable. So what's the string? String is corresponding to string.xml. Just like this, just in this file, I want to locate the app name variable. When you open the string.xml, here I have the variable name, string name. So the app name, app name, having the value my application. Okay, so actually I just want to let the application the label become my application. However, we use the indirect reference. 你看我不会直接把 my application 储存进来，而是用间接的方式。Okay, indirect reference to the my application. Okay, so here is in XML. In XML file, I want to refer to another resource. In this situation, the format is quite different. We use at. You can see here, at string means under the string just in the string.xml file. Okay, that's using the at. However, in program code, that means the program code. We want to access the resource. The syntax is based on r.layout, r.string. Okay, that's quite different. Okay, so just pay attention. The slide is about here. Okay, we want to access the app resource. We have the two way. In program code, we use r dot something, and in XML, we use at file name, something like some keyword. For streams.xml, we use string. Okay, no exact mapping. Actually, the file commands the strings having the X. However, when you writing, you just provide the at string. That's quite enough. OK 啊，这个就是存取 resource， 它有2种啊，一种在程式码要这样子写，一种是在 XML 要存取另外一个 XML 的资源，它就要这样子写。OK。Okay, another thing about the ID. Okay, for example, I want to identify this text view. We use the r.id. So what is ID? You can open here. Open our layout. Okay, you can see here, all the layout contain one text view. Each text view or each widget on the screen need to have a unique ID. So how to set the ID here? Okay. Actually, you can see here, because in my program code, we don't need to locate the text view, so I don't provide the ID. Actually, we can provide the ID here. Okay, maybe we will check the case later. 反正就记得这个每一个 UI 的 widget， 通常习惯我们都会给它一个 unique ID. Okay. Okay, so layout design is based on we will first place a layout on the screen, just like the constraint layout. And over the layout, we will put more other the widget on the layout, just like the text view button and so on. Okay, so that's called the layout design. Okay, so layout, just like the constraint layout, is called a viewed group. View group means that's a spatial widget, and this widget is a container, can contain other the widget or the view component. OK， 我想 widget 跟 view component 在我们课里面是对等的。OK，view component is equivalent to the widget. OK，so this means view component, we have 2 different view component. One is called the view group, and another is called the view. Okay, so view, like the button, is a view. Constraint layout is a view group. Okay, a view group can contain other group and contain the other the view. Okay, just like this case, constraint layout is a view group. This view group contains the one text view. Okay, so here we show the class hierarchy, and also called the component tree. Okay, we show the hierarchy. Okay, 他们的那个层级的关系啊，我们就在这里可以看出来。Okay, so that's the idea about the app structure and the operation on the Android Studio. Okay, so other like the material design style and the theme, we will explain them when we need them. I will explain how to use them. Okay, so maybe in my remaining time, I want to show a demo to design a simple app. So in my remaining class, please remember to download this slide. Okay, this slide is called instruction slide. For example, instruction, that's the part 1. Okay, instruction guide. We will follow the guideline to demo how to design some simple app. So the first app I want to demo is this one. Okay, that's called a Happy Birthday. Happy Birthday. Happy Birthday will contain 2 messages. This message is displayed by the text view, and here we have a background image. Okay, on the screen. Okay, so that's quite easy the app. Quite easy the app. Okay, let's follow the instruction to design our app. Okay. Okay, so let's create our new app. Okay, it's new project. Okay, the project name is called Happy Birthday. We also select the empty activity. Okay, empty activity. Next, the name is Happy. Sorry. Okay, happy the birthday. Okay, and follow the default setting. The finish. It's wait a moment, okay. The system need to initialize the project setting. So you can see here the Gradle will build the project by downloading some necessary file. That will take time. So make sure when you design the app, you need to have the internet connection. OK 啊，你在写 app 那个网络一定要有连线。OK, so let's click the resource folder and open the layout and the main activity. Here, I want to design our the layout. Okay, and here I want make more space for the layout design. So that's the initial setting for the layout. The layout contains constraint layout and the one test view. Here, I don't want to the default test view. So I select the test view, okay? Or select here, or select here. Okay, so for simplicity, we can select the test view here. And click the delete. Okay, on the keyboard, I select the delete. I just remove the test view. Okay. And from the here, we can design our new layout. Because I need to show the, you can see my slide. I want to show the happy birthday stamp and from the Emma. So I have two the message. This message is based on the test view. Okay, so I just select the test view. That's called a palette. Palette contains different widget. Okay, we can click the common. Here is some common widget. Test view. Drag the text view onto the screen. Okay, so here is one test view, and here drag another test view. Okay, and I can enlarge the try to zoom in. Okay, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. And here, test view, I want to display happy birthday stamp. So I double click. Oh, sorry. Double click, no function. Okay. Select the text view. I want to show the text. So how do I set the text? From the right-hand side. Here is the attribute setting panel. Okay. So from here, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. So that's all about the attribute setting for the text view. Here, I want to set the attribute name called the text. Okay. So this value will be displayed on the text view. So I want to show that's happy birthday stamp. Enter. Okay, you will see will display happy birthday stamp. And let's check another text view. Let's select text view. Let's also try to set the text attribute. Okay, you can see here the default is text view, so that's why you see the text view here. That's because the text by default is a text view. So change the text to be from the Emma. Here, okay, and enter. Okay, so you will see we have happy birthday stamp and from the Emma. Okay, so far let's try to run the app on the app. Oh, sorry, I need to try to select the Java 11. The Java version, I think selecting the Java version maybe that's not necessary in our Apple classroom. Let's recompile. Let's open the emulator. Let's wait for the app install. OK， 我们来等一下，好吧 ？OK， that's the result. You can see the happy birthday Sam and the founder Emma. They just overlap. These two messages are placed at the same position. Okay, so this means using the constraint layout, we need to specify the actual position for each widget. 所以这个位置有点问题，对不对？ We can stop the app and let's open our layout design here. Okay, so this means using the constraint layout, we need to specify the actual position for this text view. So how do we specify the position? We need to add the constraint. So that's why this layout is called constraint. Constraint is some rule. The layout should be the layout should follow this rule. Okay. So how do we? For example, I want to give the constraint. The constraint quite easy. For example, I want to let the text view, the distance from the text view to this top screen. We can add the constraint. Just select the circle and click the circle and drag to the up. Okay, so we add one constraint. And by default, the distance will become the 0. So we go back to the configuration panel. From here, we can set the gap. You can see here, default gap is 0. For example, I set the gap is 16. Or maybe we can set larger, so 24. Okay, so you can see here, the gap becomes 24. So that's for the from here to here. And also, I want to specify the position from here to here. So I select the circle and drag the circle to the left-hand side. And then you can see here the gap or the margin. Okay, so the margin 24. Okay, so this step means I give two constraints for this text view. Okay, one is for design the that's called the vertical position, and another for the horizontal position. Okay. Also, for this case, I want to add the constraint from here to here, and add the constraint from here to here. So I simply select the circle from here to here, select the circle from here to here. Okay, as you can see here, these two constraints, the default margin is 0. So set the margin to 24. Okay, so I give constraint to this text view. Basically, run the app. Okay, you can see that's quite great. Okay, happy birthday Sam is here. I found the MI here. However, you will find the text size is too small. Let's try to enlarge the text. That's quite also the easy. Okay, let's open. Let's hide the emulator and select the text view. Okay, from here we can set the font size. Font size is here. Let's scroll down. And then you will find the text size. Okay, the text size, the unit SP. Okay, you just remember the unit spatial unit called SP. Let's select the 34. Okay. Also for Emma, select the 34 SP. Okay, so far you can see our interface is quite small to quite similar to our the case in our slide. OK， 好，这个是设 text view 哈，调整文字啊，设定它的 layout。OK，and let's see the let's see the next step. The next step I want to show the a background image. So how do we display the background image? The first thing I need an image view. So here I need an image view. Image view. Okay. When you drag an image view, the system will will let you select the default image file. Okay, so maybe I select this one. That's the default image file. Okay, actually, this image file is not what we want. Actually, I want to use another image file. I think that's fine. After the selection, we can replace another image file. So let's open my slider. So wait a moment. My slide here. Okay, I provide a link to download this image file. So let's try to click this link. Here's a link. Okay, so that's the background image file. This file is just placed in the GitHub. Okay, so we can select the download. I want to download it. By default, when you click the download, this file will be placed into the downloader folder. Okay. Let's open the Finder. And here is okay. The interface in Chinese, maybe just explain you. Here is for downloader folder. Okay. Maybe this file is not correctly saved. Wait a moment. I use a right click and save the file. Okay, I select the save file into my local disk. Okay, the default is the downloader folder. Okay, the file name, I select the save. After that, let's go back to the Finder. Finder is quite similar to the file manager in Windows system. Okay, from here is the download folder. I have Android party.png. Okay, that's the background file. We want to display this background file here. Okay, so after download the file, we need to import. So the next thing is we need to import the image. So let's see the instruction, the import. You can see the instruction here. Oh, sorry, it's here. We need to do the import image. I think that's quite easy. Let's go back to here. Let's use the Android Studio. Open the project folder and open the drawable. Okay, we want to put the background file into this folder. You can open the Finder. Okay, you can open this to the window. Oh, sorry. And drag the Android party into the drawable. Okay. However, oh, sorry. However, let's see. Another standard way we can select the sorry. Let's select the resource folder and right click, and let's sorry. Let me check. I need to select. Let me see the resource manager. Okay, maybe let's use a more easy way. Drag the file into this folder. Okay, that's complete. Still not working. Let's drag the file again. Okay, drag the file to the drawable folder, and then you will see some hint information. Let's select the refactor. and then you will see the enjoy the party.png file is just under the drawable. Okay, and let's go back to the main activity. Let's close the project folder, and I want to reset the image file. So let's select the image view. Okay, and let's do the attribute setting. Let's try to locate where we need to change the image file. It's here. This attribute folder is called src source compact. Okay, actually you can see we have the two source compact. One is with the tool icon, another is without the tool icon. With the tool icon mean when you design the layout, you will check the image here. And when you run the app will refer to this property or refer to this attribute. So actually we need to both change this one and this one. Okay, so let's try to change this one. Let's pick the resource, enjoy the party. Okay, let's also change this attribute. Okay, maybe next time I will display the more. Okay, here I simply do the basic setting. Okay, try to small the screen. Okay, as you can see here, the image file is too small. I want to let the image cover whole screen. So how do we let the image cover the whole screen? This means we need to set the width and the length. Okay, so let's select the image view, and, the setting of the attribute, and it's about the layout width and the layout height. Okay, so here we can try to use this way. Select the 0. You just follow my operation. Let's set the 0 and the 0, and try to add the constraint. Okay, add the constraint, add the constraint, add the constraint, add the constraint, and all the constraint is 0, 0, 0, and 0. Okay, it's not cover whole screen. Okay, let's wait a moment. Since layout constraint, why is it not? I need to cover the whole screen. Okay, maybe I need to change my slide. Why there is no constraint? Oh, maybe I forgot to add the constraint. I just set the margin. Okay, let's try to set the constraint from here to here, and from here to here, and from the top button, the bottom button. Okay, so I need to add the full constraint for the image view. Okay, top, bottom, left, and the right. Adding the constraint set the margin distance to be 0, 0, 0. So the image view will occupy the whole screen. However, you will find the actual image file is quite small. So we need to do the scaling. Okay, so we need to change the scaling. The scaling is here. Scaling, scale the type. Okay, let's select center. Okay, it will cover the whole center. I think that's quite too large. Let's set the center the inside. Oh, sorry, not this one. Select the fixed center. That's not also good. Let's select the center the crop. Oh, that's quite good. Okay, so let's select the center the crop. However, the image view will cover the text view. That's not what we want. So I just change the order. Okay, so here we can change the order. Move the image view from here to here. Okay, so the image view will become the lower. Okay, 在更底层。Okay, so we'll first display the image view and then display the text view and then display the text view. So let's run our app. Okay, it looks quite good. Okay, it's similar to our instruction slide. Okay, so if you cannot follow my operation or you cannot follow my step, actually you can go to the code lab. As I mentioned, most of my example is referring to the code lab. So let's open the code lab. Okay, let's here Google. Let's use the keyword Android coding basic. This link. Okay, follow this one. Android basic in coding. And there are let's select to the English. So it's a simple lab. Okay, either written in Chinese or English. You can change your favorite language. Why not don't change to the English? Oh, that's fine. We select the Unit 2. Unit 2. Unit 2. Oh, no, it's not Unit 2. It's Unit 1. So Unit 1. Build a basic layout. Okay, you can open this unit. Okay, you can see here. Here you will find the complete instruction to design the happy birthday, happy card app. Okay, you can open the document. So step by step, here you can see how to design the happy birthday app. Okay, so next time remember to go to the code lab to practice some the example cases. Okay, just in this link. Okay, and maybe next time you will more familiar with my demo 的 case. OK， 好，我们今天讲到这里啊，我想回去自己练习一下，很多操作都在 Google 的 Colab 里面都有更详细的说明，就 step by step 一步一步操作啊，就可以做出我刚才设计的内容啊。好 ，Any question? If no more question, let's end our today's lesson and thank you and bye bye.